everybody, and welcome to the newest indoor adventure in Apocalypse Keys, part 14 of our Apocalypse Keys campaign. Today is March 17th, 2023, and you are loved. And that is a very important thing that we like to remind each and every single one of our viewers and listeners at the beginning of each and every single one of these games. If this is your first time joining us, you can go to youtube.com/indooradventures to check up on all of the VODs of each of the games that we have played up until this point, or you can go towards anywhere audiocasts are being made available for free. You can find us there under the same moniker. Yes, hello, Bug. Do you want to be up on... Oh, you are. And speaking of things that are being made available for free, if you go to patreon.com/indooradventures, you can check up on our after show called Nights in the Courtyard, where we answer questions not only from each other, but also from the community. So if you have any questions for myself or any of these other fine folks, or possibly for Beetlebug himself, feel free to join us at patreon.com/indooradventures. Now, let's say that you already support us on Patreon, you already support us on YouTube, and all of those other wonderful places, and you're trying to think to yourself, where can I go to help support this fantastic show even more? Well, guess what, Acorns? I got your back. Quite literally, in fact, because if you go to indooradventure.redbubble.com, we got t-shirts, we got posters, we got crop tops, we got shower curtains, pillows, aprons, clocks. We even have face masks with the symbol of Tiamat upon them, designed by our very own Cyberwolf 1201, where all of the proceeds of our merch goes to help support Doctors Without Borders, which I don't know if you've been following the news for the last hot minute. Doctors Without Borders could use some goddamn funding. So, hey, pick yourself up something cozy and help support a good cause. Also, stop genocide. Please. It's been a while, and we shouldn't have to keep saying this. Fucking stop it. That's it for my intro. Hey, Noir, who are you playing today?
I was playing Judas Iscariot because I was trying to play the worst person imaginable, but the reality went and made people even worse. But both Joe and I, we go by he, they. Yeah, stop being evil, fucks. Goddamn. That's it.
I'm next. Hi, I'm Anita. My pronouns are she, they, and tonight I will be playing Dynast, or Din, who uses any pronouns. And yeah, stop being evil, or stop being ignorant. That's all.
Takes it over to me. Hey everybody, it's me, SirHeckaLot. You know, I'm here. I'm on your screen. And as per usual, I am back with Eden, who is a manifestation of the same entity that is in the Bible, the Garden of Eden, and is the found playbook. And two of us use she, they pronouns. What everyone else has been saying, permanent ceasefire now, please, dear God, we're so tired, please. That's it.
And that just leaves me. Hey everybody, I'll be your GM this evening. Simon, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Can you reframe my camera a little bit?
Yes. I sure can do that.
Otherwise, I'm very far away from my mute button.
Centered.
You're the best.
Yay.
But yeah, ceasefire now. And if you need some resources on where to go to educate yourself, feel free to ask us in chat or ask us in the comments section wherever you're watching this or listening to it after the fact. We are happy to drop some links for you all, because while Google is free, there is plenty of misinformation out there, and we will be happy to point you in the right direction. So, you ready to roll that intro?
Yeah, I'm doing it now.
There are things that go bump in the night, and we are the ones who bump back.
So face
Ooh.
down, ass up, barbecue sauce on my titties.
Right? It's so weird
Be
that they
like,
have that
what?
emote in
Hey.
Helldivers too, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what it's like.
I've never seen another game reference that before, or another game that is so just awesome. Speaking of
Gotta
awesome
appeal
things,
to everyone.
yeah. And now that I have broken Simon,
It was to Anita's face down, ass up. My brain finished it. That's what it's like chewing 5 gum.
Yes.
oh,
We're in a good place tonight, folks. We're in a special kind of mood.
and you know what? Let's go ahead and kick this circus off because the clowns are at the table. Thank you everyone so much for joining us tonight. Last session, you all had some rather shocking, maybe uncomfortable information that you learned as you returned after rescuing Agent Yates from the oldest house and the clutches of Eve and the professor, only to see another Agent Yates already at division. After Lucius did some very scientific testing, it was determined that you can't tell the difference between these two individuals. Are they clones? Is one of them real? Are they both just real but from alternate timelines? We don't know yet. And while 3 of you were pondering these questions, Joe was off confronting someone that they've developed feelings for. Absolutely sure that this must be a plant in his life and not just a coincidence in the grand scheme of things. Joe interrogated Aoife and then spilled all of the beans about the rest of the party and himself. She took it about as good as you would expect. And this is where we are resuming our story this evening. Joe, you've recently received a call from Eden, and both you and Aoife have spoken to Eden on the phone. Aoife is still sitting there at her desk, the bottle of bourbon out, pouring you a 4th round and one for herself.
Yep.
So, you're
Uh-huh. I'm not what?
Can I see the sword?
Sure, why not? Just step back, it's volatile when I summon it. He just opens his hands and comes flying across the room. Here.
And she reaches into her desk and rolls up her sleeves, pulling out 2 white pairs of gloves and puts them on her hands before touching the sword. Very much the image of a museum curator touching an artifact, and begins turning it over and examining it. Okay, so this is definitely a sword.
A plus.
How did it's very well balanced, very pretty. How do
Mhm.
you have it? Am I allowed to ask? There's not going to be a sniper on the roof when we go to
Sure,
bed,
I
is
don't give
there?
a shit. I mean, I've pissed off a lot of people. But long and short of it, I went on a mission with my friend Arthur, and we were sure we were gonna make it out. He asked me to hold on to it for a while, and I've been reluctant to use it, but recent situations have made that hesitancy wane. Now I kind of dig it, and I kick ass with it. You should see the things I've killed with it.
Okay. All right.
Oh, don't worry. I don't want to kill you or anything. You're safe. I mean, for me at least. For now.
Do you mind if I take a few notes?
Yeah, sure.
Fantastic.
Whatever gets you.
And
Whatever.
you watch as Aoife's special interest kicks in as she flips directly into researcher mode, taking measurements and notes of Excalibur, probably preparing to check it against historical documents, and says, okay, so you're all superheroes, and don't fight me on it, I'm going to call you that. And you
Okay.
thought that I was someone who recently
Uh,
tried to kill you?
well, yeah. This does sound a little. Oh, who gives a shit? Yeah. So the bad guy that I'm working on killing
Mhm.
it's a wacky doodle professor, Mrs. Frizzle type, and uh when I had the chance to cut their fucking head off, they got away because
Mhm.
of someone that looks exactly like you. So, what I'm putting together is that there's seemed to be some attempt at cloning harbingers, and well, I think that you may have been. I don't know what I'm saying here. Listen, you're not what I thought you were. You're one of the good ones, and I'm starting to see that now, and that's making me almost regret what I did. So why don't we just forget about this? This was just a prank. You got let's the kids say you got punked. Yeah, that's it. I punked you. There are cameras all over, and just we don't need to talk about that. That's a prop. I have a magnet in my hands or some shit. That's how we did it.
Mhm.
You got
Mhm.
punked.
And the liquid metal that is swirling around your head, how are you explaining that?
Ooh, yeah, shit. Crown.
Joe,
Magnets.
has anyone told you you're a very bad liar?
I lied real good this one time. People write about it to this day. Oh, I don't have to. That's not an inside joke between me and me anymore because you get it now.
Yeah,
I
I
lied
do.
real good that one time.
Right.
Well, two times actually, because but Arthur was pretty chill about it, so it's not that big a deal. People went kind of crazy with the fanfic that they wrote about it, though. Um,
Right.
you're not gonna let this go, are you? You know,
No,
I've
absolutely not. So
fundamentally
there's
changed
someone
your
who
outlook
looks
on all
like me.
things,
Are they
haven't I?
related
Yeah.
to me? Do I have a sister? You mentioned cloning, but like that's like they can't do that. That's like animals and stuff. That's like a bit of an animal. That's not even a full creature that they can do yet. Maybe they did a mouse. I think they might have done a
I mean,
mouse.
people are kind of animals, you know.
Well,
Raphael fed me to me a bunch of times, and I can tell you after a while, it does taste like chicken.
Raphael,
Oh, he's my guardian devil.
guardian.
We're kind of coworkers. Yeah. I was in hell and he was responsible for torturing me to excruciating levels every day, but forever's a very long time. I mean, interpersonal relationships, you start talking,
Okay, but is it the
it's like,
biblical
oh,
interpretation of hell or is it Dante's interpretation of hell? Because the interpretation of hell changed drastically once the Catholic Church got their hands on the works of Dante. So, what
oh, see that,
is it
yeah,
actually?
hell is fluid. It's ever changing, but the
Oh,
torture remains pretty consistent. I mean, it's an old fashioned. I mean, sometimes they hit you with the existential dread of realizing that you are no longer in the favor of God, which, yeah, granted, that's painful on a level that only few souls understand, and none will have the vocabulary to ever properly communicate to the living. For it's a loneliness that is so bitterly cold that everything within you shakes, every part of you that ever is or was completely abandoned by the light of the creator. But then there's the fire poking, so
right. Do you need a hug?
Nah, I'm fine.
Right. Here. And she pours you another drink. Yes.
His hands tremble as he's drinking.
I think we have a lot to talk about. And on that, let's shift back over. So Nora can possibly address the out of syncness of the camera. Simon, do you have us pinned? Are you good to go? Okay. We're gonna switch over to Din and Eden for a moment. The two of you are sitting with Agent Yates and Professor Loveland, who, for those who have not been with us previously, Professor Loveland works at Division, is also one of the many, many monsters that works there who are not necessarily monstrous, but they are a giant frog named after the Loveland frog, as it is my favorite cryptid. Just a weird little guy.
Weird guy.
And the Dr. Loveland comes back to you, Din. Hi. We ran the test that you asked for, and here they are. Everything is as it should be. For both of them, exactly.
No strange drugs in the system or anything like that? Any residues like that?
No, just a lot of chocolate and a lot of caffeine.
Chocolate and caffeine. Must have worn off then. Just humor me. I know that no, I wouldn't. This is Anita reconciling Anita's knowledge versus Din's knowledge.
Mm-hmm. Would you like to roll for a key?
I would love to.
Okay.
I can do that? I can do that here?
Oh, you can do that anywhere. This is Apocalypse
an
Keys,
option.
the land of keys.
Oh,
I'd love to do that here. Are you
I don't know
kidding me?
if that's better or worse.
yeah, everything seems so simple up until this moment.
I'm gonna gain some darkness tokens for reacting with doubt or confusion. And then
Okay.
I'm gonna spend one of those to grasp at a key. Hi, boys. I'm so glad that you've decided to start wrestling. Oof, that's a miss.
Never mind, I'll just sit on the info.
Unless you want
Unless
to
you'd
take
like
the
to spend a
remote, maybe.
bond.
Or that.
Did I get a bond with Yates for saving him? Or do I have a bond with Larry? Or there was someone else. I think it was the hangman that I grabbed the bond with.
Yes, it was the hangman.
I do not have any bonds to spend, unfortunately.
Well, it is a conundrum. And as you sit there with Ian pondering over what this may mean,
Might I mark ruin
I believe you can do that.
to uncover a key instead?
Sure.
Then I'll do that.
Yeah. Push all the buttons.
I'm gonna push the button.
You flip through the charts. And there was also a genetic scan that was done. Now, Din, you're not well versed in the genetics of human. Not an area of study that you've ever really needed to look at.
I mean, it's the creator's work.
Mm-hmm.
Who am I?
Yeah. But you know that you heard it probably on Dateline or in passing on the radio at some point that twins have 100% of their genes in common.
Mhm.
And when you look at the two Yateses and their genetic scan, you notice that there have been certain possible tweaks in areas. These are not one-for-one copies, of the real Agent Yates, or if one of these is the real Agent Yates, it appears that there may have been a bit of tampering done.
With the genetic code of both Yateses?
Hmm.
Interesting. Look at that. Dr. Loveland, what do you make of the fact that neither one of them are 100% Yates? Do we have Agent Yates's genetics on file as part of the previous? Because we usually do routine medical exams, right?
Routine, yes. Full genetic scans, no. But I can see if there is one on file.
Okay. Yeah. Can you check and see if there's one on file that we can cross-reference this against?
I will go look.
Thank you.
And if there is not, I am very sorry already.
It's okay. And if you have a second, I've got this terrible pain in my stomach. Could you, I mean, maybe
Oh.
there's a nurse that can have a look at it. It's my abdomen.
What? Come with me. Right this way.
Okay.
And you follow behind the Dr. Loveland, who their ambulatory pattern is not quite a hop, but it's a hopping walk. They have sort of a light lumber to their step.
I love him so
And-
much.
This might be my favorite NPC that's come out of my brain in a while. And they take you to a waiting room, or an examination room, and they ask one of the other nurses on staff to go and look for the files that you are requesting and see if they exist. And they begin an examination of you. Now, what exactly is the pain that you are feeling? Is it sharp, dull, throbbing?
Kind of sharp ache, almost. I'm not really familiar with pain. I mean, as a concept.
Does it feel like this? And they take their little froggy digits and pinch you on the arm,
No,
giving
not
you
like
a sharp prick. Okay.
Ah.
Does it feel more like this? And they squeeze your arm.
that. It's almost like an ache, like a sore muscle, maybe.
Most interesting. Let's do a scan. And they bring over this large contraption. It is teeming with wires and plates, and they put it in front of you as you sit on the examination table, aiming it at your abdomen. And they step out of the room and just remain there for a moment. The scan will be complete shortly. And they step outside, and you see there's a little window right outside the door. And they're watching you as they reach over and press something on the wall. The machine whirs to life around you. It has a sharp humming sound that is not unpleasant to the ears, but it's almost akin to that ringing of tinnitus.
Why does it
That
smell
can
like
hit.
metal?
Yeah. And it moves around you in a circle, and then it moves up and around you again, and up and around you again, scanning the upper half of your body. And then Dr. Loveland comes back in, pulls the machine away off to the side, goes over to the computer and begins clicking on it, and you hear the machine whirring to life. And you hear the clicking and the processing of data as a program runs. And Professor Loveland turns the screen towards you and points to the center of your chest in the scan. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but the last time that we did a scan of you when you first came to work here, as you do not get sick, so we don't need to do many, I don't believe that you had that. And they point to the center of your chest, Din, and on the scan is the representation of the outline of an anatomical heart.
That's different. I reached in and I found that the other day.
Do you normally reach in and find organs?
No, usually it's where I keep my sword.
Yes, I was aware that it was more void-like than interior cavity-like. shall we say.
Yes.
Okay. Well,
What's that below the?
it would appear that you are developing internal organs. That is a stomach. That over there is a liver. I believe the sensation that you are experiencing might be hunger. Have you had a snack recently?
I don't eat.
And they rummage through the pockets of their coat momentarily, and they produce a small, fun-sized Snickers.
You're not you when you're hungry.
I like to
Thank
keep
you.
these. I like to keep these on hand for some of the patients that come in with low blood sugar. Here, try it. It's sickly sweet and a little bit stale. The chocolate is a bit of an attack on your newly found taste buds, Din, as it goes down, and it almost hurts the inside of your mouth. But as it passes down into your stomach, the feeling of hunger doesn't fully fade, but you feel it recede. Just a bit.
Okay. This is news. Maybe I should go to the break room and try and acquire more sustenance.
I would recommend going somewhere and requiring a full meal. You
Okay.
haven't eaten in eons. You're going to be quite ravenous.
I don't think I've ever eaten.
Like I said, you're going to be quite ravenous. Would you like any suggestions on restaurants?
I suppose.
One moment. And he pads from the room with his hoppy walk and comes back momentarily with a plethora of takeout menus from somewhere in this area. Here you go. You can take these with you. We have plenty.
Din has a new sensation for the very first time. Choice paralysis.
Oh, no.
But you are sent out and told by Dr. Loveland that should you feel any other new sensations, you're more than welcome to come back and discuss them with him or with any of the other medical staff here. But you are able to leave with a full fistful of literature in hand.
In the form of takeout menus. And I think I'll find
Mhm.
Eden. Would
Yeah,
you like
Eden,
to
are
go?
you still with the Yateses?
Yeah, I was actually hoping to look a little closely at the genetic reports as well.
Mhm.
Because I think like as Eden would look at it, she would just be incredibly impressed at, what humans have been able to do with, nature and biology, and be able to essentially write out like what makes up everybody. It would intrigue her to no extent, like to no end. It would be really cool. Um, she'd just be kind of looking at it to say, well, if you all were to sequence something like this, it would mean that we were trying to look at what these sequences were supposed to code for. If they're different, what are these sequences coding for exactly? And then you go on to like explain a little bit, about how the different bases that make up genetic sequence code for amino acids, and then those acids get sequenced and folded in different ways to make proteins. It's like if they're different, is we don't see anything different with the final result. So what's going on with that?
As you're pondering this out loud, the two Yateses are just staring at you, blank-faced, glassy-eyed. They have no idea what the words mean coming out of your mouth. Agent Yates is a pencil-pushing member of the Bureau. at Division, they are in charge of making sure you are briefed for missions, and they don't have the scientific knowledge. And it appears that the two Yateses in front of you definitely do not have the scientific knowledge that you have.
Okay. Maybe I can put it a different way. So, like how this works is, each of these sequences is supposed to make like a sentence, basically, or a statement. Um, and the different words and the different phrases of a sentence change the meaning of it, right? And so when you add all these sentences together, it's supposed to make a paragraph that conveys some coherent thought, right? So if there are slight differences and things are phrased ever so slightly differently, what type of statement is this supposed to make with these changes?
They think for a moment, and they both it's eerie. It's like when you are queuing for a video game and everyone's movement syncs up because they're playing the same character in the same game. And they both grab their chins and rub for a minute, looking up, and then they look back at you. And in unison, they both come to the same conclusion at the same time, say, maybe they were trying to make us into something different? Hey, stop that. That was my idea. No, it was my idea. And they look back to you.
Oh, this is gonna continue to be frustrating for you too. um, hmm. So they were trying to change the paragraph altogether, maybe to say something completely different.
They both shrug at you.
Maybe. Hmm.
We can say at about this time, Din comes back. Fistful of takeout menus in tow.
Aiden, would you like to go for lunch with me?
You want to go to lunch?
Apparently, I can eat now. And I
That's
don't know what to pick. Spreads out the takeout menus.
Okay, I have an idea for you to try everything. She is going to pick out the menu that at the top in golden letter says Golden Corral. You can eat as much as you possibly want here, and they have everything. Just maybe stay away from the salad bar though, because I don't really trust the sneeze guards, but everything else should be fine.
Okay, let's go to this Golden Corral.
I've made this canon. Oh no.
And as you two exit the building to go and experience Din's first meal, Lucius, you've been sitting at home pondering what you have uncovered about your friends, about the situation at hand, having made a tasty meal of the professor's arm, which you carried back with you. What are you doing next?
I think what Lucius would probably do is he would engage in cleanup. Obviously, like he would take care of whatever's left of the arm. He would clean his kitchen. And I think that there's a moment where as he's like washing plates, he has like the very long dish soap, like the long like rubber gloves for like washing. He doesn't want to get his hands wet because then they get pruny, and that's just a fucking nightmare in and of itself when he's already amorphous. And I think there's a moment where he looks at his left hand and there is a mental relay of him reaching out to grab Eden's hand while they were in the house. And he sort of just like closes and opens his hand a little bit, just sort of like thinking about it, like shakes his head. Like he did that because he needed to, not because he wanted to. But the need overrode the not wanting. And I think that he has this moment of like, just like he's letting the water run, and he eventually like shakes his head like, no, don't, like, can't focus on this, need to focus on other things. And the thing I think that he is trying to occupy his mind with is thinking about the correlation, if there is a correlation between the missions that they've gone on where they have met the professor. When they went to the Philippines, they did not meet the professor. Notably, that was not an issue. So he's sort of like writing that off as a one-off, but thinking, okay, if we went to the Arctic, and then we went to the Halima, and then we went to, and then there was all of this horror going on with the last house. He's trying to find the through line. And I think then he remembers that, I think he was the one who found out that Aoife is a clone of Eve. Right? Was that him last time?
Yes, that
Okay.
was in your memory.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think that he will, he'll shoot Joe a message that just says, call me when you can. But yeah, for the most part, I think that he's still going to be doing more research into the notes that he had. Like, for example, with this cloning technology, is it strictly... he knows that it's not strictly human, and that he knows that it's not strictly harbinger. So more of thinking... I mean, if anything, I think he's doing the Batman thing of like creating contingency plans as to how to take down his friends should he need to.
Okay. As you make these contingency plans, and probably make one for Aoife, just in case, you look down at your phone. Din, Eden, would either one of you reach out to the other two about getting lunch?
I feel like it would just be like Eden taking a selfie of her and Din at like a table, just all of this food and the Golden Corral. It's just like,
Send it to the group chat.
we're at the buffet. Come over.
Lucius, you look down to send that message to Joe, and you see that your companions, are they your friends? Are they people that you're going to have to take down soon? Are sharing a meal at the Golden Corral. Joe, you're sitting with Aoife, continuing your talk and explanation about timelines and abilities, and your phone buzzes in your pocket.
I gotta get this.
In quick succession, you get a message from Lucius, call me when you can. And then there's a image from Eden with a plate with a table full of food saying, come get lunch.
I think that Din, for the sake of comedy, has like a crab leg in his mouth.
Do they really expect me to debase myself enough to go to a Golden Corral?
There's a plate full of shrimp.
I mean, but to watch Din eat, that might be worth mingling with the peasants, right? I'm just kidding. I'm not like that. Unless you're into it, then I can be like that. I don't give a shit what you're into. Anyway, 1 second.
Good to know.
It's gonna go ahead and call Lucius.
Yeah, I think Lucius picks up, and you can hear that he is on the road. He's going to the Golden Corral, and he will ask, "Did you seek out your fascination after we got back?"
Yeah, I'm in the office with her now. man. I mean, I think mistakes have been made here, to be quite honest with you, Lucius. But you know me, I can make it work. I can turn this. I can turn this around.
And you hear from a few feet away through the phone speaker, Lucius, you hear just a, "Oh, hello, you, Lucius. Hi." You hear Aoife's voice come through.
I should probably inform you, Lucius. What I've done today could be akin to what some may describe as spilling the beans. But what I like to say is that I've modified the amount of truth that Aoife has been exposed to in what some might consider a drastic fashion.
He let me touch his sword.
Euphemism or
I mean, give it, working on it, pal. But no, Excalibur.
Aoife, if you will excuse my friend, I would like to speak with him in private.
I'm just gonna go to this corner of the room.
Okay.
Probably gonna be called a few names, but here we go. Yeah, I'm in the corner. I don't think Aoife can hear.
Aoife, can you hear us right now?
Aoife was never able to hear you. She
Okay.
was just interjecting. There's no response.
So, you revealing secrets that were not yours to begin with aside,
I knew that was gonna be a thing with you. And are you right? Yes. Am I wrong? Kinda. Should I have asked first? Perhaps. Do I regret my actions? Sometimes. Do you forgive me? You do? Awesome.
at
Good
this
talk.
did she at least pay you more than 13 silver this time?
Buddy. It was 30 silver, first off. And second off, no, kind of. I may have made a mistake.
Potentially. Now, what I would like to at least discuss, surprisingly, is not related to. I won't describe it as a sense of betrayal. I don't think that is the correct word to leverage here.
I mean, it's kind of my shtick, so I get it.
I don't think that you are the only one performing betrayals this day.
Oh, well, hell yeah. To who's doing the betraying?
So, your fascination, Aoife.
Yes.
So, you know how we have been dealing with clone scenarios with the Agent Yates?
Yeah. There's two of them. I didn't think life could get worse, but
So, Aoife has been raised by division since she was a young child, possibly being kept secret from the supernatural, possibly not. If she seemed like she took all of this very well when you spilled the beans, there could be a reason for this.
No, she took it terribly. Like,
then I will give division more credit than they are due. That being said, are you familiar with the first two? One, Adam and Eve?
Yeah, I've heard the stories. I mean, I'm sure people would say that about me, so
according to the documentation that we found, Aoife is a copy of Eve.
I'm gonna need you to run that one by me one more time.
The Lord works in mysterious ways, my friend.
So Aoife, the one right here.
That is why I asked you to go to a more private setting than just a corner, but you seemed very adamant that this was good enough.
I still think I could turn the ship around. I don't think I've dug too deep.
Joe, I, as you say that, in the same room and turn back, You see Aoife with her nose in several books that have now been spread out, comparing the notes that she took on Excalibur to what is in the text that she is reading. She is absolutely not paying attention to what you are doing.
Listen, I'm starting to see that I might have a type, people that are passionate about a thing and like unreasonably passionate about it. Like she's locked in on the history of everything that I've done. Which I mean, I'm not flattered because like it's me, but like I'm not flattered. I'm just like, oh man, she's really into this thing, and that makes me interested. You get what I'm saying here, Lucius? I'm just
It's not
you
a
know.
crime to hear others' passions and feel strongly towards them for it.
I don't say that I feel strongly. I would say that I'm interested.
Joe, I will say one thing.
Yes.
Every other mission that we have gone on,
Uh-huh.
the first thing that you do when you get back is go for a drink.
Yes.
The first thing that you did when we completed this mission was seek out your fascination to profess the secrets of your heart to her.
No, that I can see how you could describe it that way. But what actually happened was that I went to the location of my fascination to kill them because I thought that somebody was they're playing mind games with us, and personally I'm too tired for games. Once you've been tortured by the best passive aggressive and subterfuge and all that kind of stuff, it's a little hat in hand. If we're gonna torture me, let's just get down to it. Maybe you can have a good conversation about world politics, sports, that kind of thing. I miss Raphael, I should call him. But I'm just saying that I'm not, I don't have a crush, is what I'm saying. Lucius, quit saying that I do. And quit calling it a fascination. It's weird when you say that.
Well, I cannot describe her as your partner.
I don't do partners.
Yeah, that's something that you will probably want to run by her if things go as well as you keep thinking they will.
How pissed do you think the other two are going to be?
I don't think they're thinking of you at all right now.
Hey.
I don't know if you saw the picture. Din has food in front of them that they look like they have been eating.
Yeah, I saw that, and I was like, I desperately want to see how the rest of that picture goes because those crab legs were not cracked. So are they going to go through the shell, or like how's that going to go down? Can they go through the shell? But is it really worth going to a Golden Corral to get those answers?
It is not, and that's why I am going there, to pick them up and take them somewhere with a little bit more
class.
In a sense.
There's a fancy 4-star European fusion restaurant that I know somebody that owns it. I got him by the Short and Curlies. I can book us all like a table. We could talk about this as a group. What you think it's too soon to invite Aoife? Should I invite Aoife? I mean, I fucked up already. Like, I might as well.
I think that I will break the news to the rest of the group that you have spilled some more secrets than you can count. And if they are willing to entertain,
I don't like how you present things like that, though. Like, you soften the blow. You're like, hey, Din's eating. That's wild. We should take you to someplace better. Joe told somebody all about your true identity. The soup's great.
I suppose I could entertain such ideas.
Thank you. I owe you one.
I will send you the location of where we end up going.
All right. I'll see if the nerd wants to come.
Goodbye, Joe.
If we're going with somewhere with the dress code, the other two might need you, I I don't want to be rude, but did attire does it scream 4-star? It screams, uh, be not afraid.
Which is why I am going to take them somewhere that they can truly be themselves.
I'm not going to another goddamn Sizzlers, Lucius.
I'm not taking them to Sizzlers.
Okay. Well, yeah, just send me a text. I got a there to deal with.
And Lucius will just hang up the phone. He doesn't say goodbye. He just ends the call. Yeah, I think Lucius is going to meet them at the Golden Corral. So they can have a scene. You can introduce me into it whenever you want, but that is his goal, is to meet them at the Golden Corral and then save them and take them someplace else.
Okay. Let's slide over to the Golden Corral, shall we? Eden, we're going to back it up time-wise a little bit.
Okay.
You and Din have arrived at the Golden Corral with Larry in tow.
Oh, yeah.
This particular Golden Corral, you are both able to talk them into Larry being your service animal.
I have anxiety.
You don't fully state what service that is, but he has a badge, and it looks very official to the 16-year-old that you flash it to.
Legally, they're not allowed to ask.
Legally, they're not allowed to ask. So you all get a table and you're sat. Drinks are brought to you, and you are able to go up and peruse the buffet. Now, my question is, how do you go about helping Din navigate a buffet at the Golden Corral for the first time, Eden?
Oh, that's such a good question. Because like I don't even really know how to like describe what different flavors are. So I think what Eden would do is take just like a little bit of like each like flavor profile. So something that's like a little bit more savory, something that's like more sweet, and just like whatever like different like small pieces, and essentially make like a sampler.
Like a taster plate?
Yeah, exactly, a taster plate. And say, okay, this is at least like the amount of different flavors that I think we should start with. This might be really overwhelming to start out with, but I'm really curious to see what you like, right?
Okay. I think that the first thing Din will get is probably like have a glass of water with some lemon, and is going to grab the lemon.
Oh, oh, careful. Yeah, no, that's really sour. You're usually not supposed to eat those on their own.
That is the worst thing that I've ever had. And I
Okay.
ate a stale candy bar 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, so that means we can really only go up from here, right?
Okay. I'm sure it'd be good with other things, but on its own?
Yeah, on its own, not great.
Okay. Din's going to like probably grab like a little like I think I should probably start what is as like basic bland as possible.
That's probably those mashed potatoes right there.
And so Din's gonna try some mashed potatoes first. Okay, these I really like.
Okay, that's good.
Okay. Potatoes, potatoes good, potatoes good. Mashed potatoes. I'll probably get more of those. And then Din's just gonna like start like going through the plate like bland to like flavor town. And then try something spicy. My mouth. Why is it burning?
Oh, that's a human thing. They really like to do that a lot.
Why
Where
is this they find pleasure in this?
yeah, some of them do. Not all of them, but some of them really just like to up the spice and then not feel their tongues later. I don't really get it.
Why do people like to be in pain?
Your guess is as good as mine.
Okay.
Been doing it for centuries.
Then like it's gonna start like mixing things up and like trying different combinations. Okay, I think I know what I want to get.
Okay.
Ed is just gonna go up, like get the piles of like crab legs, shrimp, like go to the carvery, get some roast and like lots of mashed potatoes. Tin
Yeah.
loves mashed potatoes. This is canon now.
This is good. I mean, potatoes in all their forms are just
It's true.
fantastic. It doesn't matter what you do.
Okay. You do this and you end up with quite the spread in front of you. Din, a lot of what you don't like that's on the bland to mildly flavorful side, you find that Larry is surprisingly accommodating in taking care of it for you.
Oh yeah, Larry is a very good companion.
Mm-hmm. Excellent companion. And is watching your every bite with just rapt interest, making sure that he doesn't need to eat anything for you that you don't want. Eden, it is up to you whether or not you explain this behavior to Din. Um, but we will say that it is shortly after you have maybe gone through your first round at the buffet that Lucius, you pull up.
Lucius will park, get out, go in, see the two of them, and I think that like Din might even have like a lobster bib or something,
yes.
like a rib bib kind of thing, and he is just like sort of dumbfounded at this, and goes over to the table, and he looks at Eden, whose idea was this,
Oh, it was me.
and he turns to Din. This is your first time being able to eat. Have you been able to do this before?
No, never. You could try these mashed potatoes. They are very good.
No, they are not. Please get into my car. I will take you someplace far better. And Lucius just like pulls out $100 bill, throws it onto the table. Let's go.
You pay when you go in. That's okay.
It goes to the 16-year-old that
Yeah.
helped
Oh.
us.
That has to that then has
that's
to
a
clear
custom?
the table.
You have to give them money after the fact too.
It is
Din is finding out about tipping.
In some places, they sort of just bake that into your overall food charge, which makes sense as part of a living wage, but we can talk about the failures of capitalism later. Now, please. And Lucius will like open the back door, like for the back seat of the car, and like motion for both Eden and Din to get in.
And I think Din will take a pocket full of shrimp. Just for later.
As you are
Pocket
all
nuts.
heading out and about to get into the car, can you roll me a d4? If it lands on 1, we'll negate it. Lucius, you're 2. Din is 3. Eden is 4.
Who will get it first?
Roll again.
Ignore that.
Roll
Ignore that.
again.
Oh my god.
A 3.
A 3. Okay. So that's going to be Eden. No, Din. Din. As Lucius is ushering you and Eden out of the building and you are about to get into the vehicle, you see a trio of femme-presenting people getting out of an unmarked van at the opposite end of the parking lot. One of them has short cropped hair tucked behind their ears, a snake earring that is twisting as it goes down, and a rather large halo style crown. Their eyes glow white. And I will show you their image.
Oh.
They're the first one to get out of the van, and you recognize this person. You recognize them as a hunter of the Unbroken Circle. You had an intimate relationship with a hunter of the Unbroken Circle. Why are things with this hunter different for you now? I'll even let you pick their name.
This hunter's name is Elia.
Okay. Why are things different with them now? To give you a little context, the Unbroken Circle is an ancient order of monster hunters, with several hunters descending from an unbroken lineage of merciless predators.
There was a mission that Elia and Din were on, and a choice had to be made about whether or not the target was a very young person, and Din was not able to go through with it.
Mm-hmm. Did Elia go through with it?
I think Elia went through with it, and it shattered their relationship.
You know that hunters of the Unbroken Circle are stealthy. They are not seen unless they want to be seen. If they are showing up in town, that means they're after something. Rather curious that one you happen to know is showing up here.
The Golden Corral, of all places. Showdown at the Golden Corral.
Mm-hmm.
I think our dinner might have to wait, Lucius.
I think Lucius has like gotten into his trunk and he has a towel that he was laying down on a seat for Larry to sit on, and he just sort of like looks up like, it is imperative that we go and get you something better than this.
Well, those are hunters of the Unbroken Circle.
And Lucius just sort of like turns his head away, puts the towel like. I think he's actually like getting Larry into the car, so if any shit breaks out, like Larry is not going to be involved in this.
Yeah. Lucius, as you hear the Unbroken Circle, you know that the Unbroken Circle claims they only hunt monsters who are dangerous to humans. But dangerous is defined as a very wide and reaching term.
Yep.
Are they walking towards us right now?
No, they appear to be getting out, looking around. The two companions with them are stretching. They might have been on a long drive.
They wouldn't have shown themselves if they didn't have a reason to show themselves.
Are they showing themselves because you know who they are, or are they showing themselves in broad daylight kind of thing?
I know one of them. The other two I don't.
Are you going to introduce yourself, or are we going to watch from afar?
We didn't necessarily end on good terms.
Watching from afar it is.
You know what? I don't know that I'm the watching from afar type. And I will approach them.
Lucius turns to Eden. Joe told Ava everything.
Oh, Oh yeah, he called about that, and then Eva was very apologetic about the whole like purse thing at the party, and yeah, it's a lot. I just thought that'd be a bridge to cross later.
Okay. He's just like,
That's what I said too.
yep. I
Din,
think it's
as
just us two like watching Din go forward.
yeah, okay. Larry is sitting on your back seat, putting nose art on the window. Lucius, watching Din walk away, panting contentedly. Din, as you approach Elia, they lean back on the car. The other two with them are sort of back towards the back of the van, just looking around, appearing rather lazy, just stretching, yawning, rather unassuming to anyone who can't see past the magic that hides their abilities. Elia greets you. Ah, Din. Long time.
I didn't expect to see you in town again.
I didn't expect to come back. Duty called.
What duty this time?
The usual. Hunting trip.
Anything Division should know about?
Oh, no. I'd prefer Division stay out of it. But I'm looking for someone... And they smile internally at their own joke that they're about to make. Of biblical proportions. And I figure, well, I know an angel. Maybe they can help.
And that's why you tracked me down? No other reason?
No. Not right now, anyways. And they reach into the passenger seat through the open window and pull out a file. I'm looking for someone. They've been causing problems. And the problems they cause go back quite a long way. As Elia says this, they flip open the folder that they pulled out. And you see documentation of Eve. But it's not the Eve that you saw. Instead, there is an image of Aoife on the page. We have a source that says she's here in the city. We need to find her.
What if I were to tell you your source is wrong?
I seriously doubt that.
The first woman is not here in the city.
Pity. Guess we came all this way for nothing. I've been stationed up in New England recently. You should come visit.
Here it's beautiful this time of year.
It is. Prettier when the leaves start to change.
Well, you take care of yourself.
You too, Dynast.
I'll turn and I'll walk back towards the car.
And Lucius and Eden, you watch Din have a short conversation with this person. And as Din walks back, this person with the short hair and glowing eyes and a crown halo around their head doesn't take their eyes off of Din. the whole time he is walking back to you.
What kind of vibe is the look? Is it one of those like hate to see him leave but love to watch him walk away kind of looks? Is it a like, you know more than you're letting on as they walk away? Like what's the vibe check on this look here?
The vibe check is calculating.
Okay.
As best you can tell, this person is weighing whatever Din just said. They are, after all, a member of another secret organization.
Fair enough. I think Lucius would ask Din, is everything okay?
It's fine. Let's go for dinner.
And Lucius just sort of nods, and as he's like helping you into the car, he says, the important distinction here is that the food that we are eating is technically considered breakfast.
All right. Make
He'll-
sure that Joe brings their friend.
And Lucius will send Joe a message to the group chat that just says, Aoife okay, with a thumbs up. And then
conveys
just like a
everything.
Google Maps link.
Okay.
As a question, do the rest of us know that that they were from the other organization, or was that just something that Din knew?
I would say that you would know of the Unbroken Circle. You don't know much about them, but it's definitely a name that you have heard, and you would know that they are monster hunters.
Okay. Because I think that Eden would take a second to maybe like text Yates, whichever one has the phone. We'll see. Just to like let them know that there's another organization, like here in the city. Like I'm not sure if that's really normal. It doesn't really strike something as normal for Eden. It's like, hey, just so you know, there's people from not division, this other place here.
You get just an image back from Yates number 2. And it's an image of both him and the other Yates in medical gowns. And they're both holding up thumbs up as Dr. Loveland is taking the blood pressure of Yates number 1. It appears that they are having another battery of tests done on them.
Okay.
But they have received your message and are
Great.
confirming that. So let's slide over to Joe. Joe, you get a message from Lucius telling you to bring Aoife.
What the fuck does this even mean? Ah, fuck it. I just followed the link.
So has Excalibur always been a
Ah,
one-handed
right.
sword, or has it ever been a two-handed sword? Does it shape change, or is this always what it's looked like?
Okay. It's a magic sword, so it can kind of do what it wants.
Okay.
Merlin taught Arthur to use it. Arthur just kind of handed it to me, so we're kind of feeling each other out. I've learned some of the things it can do. I'm not sure if it can do it because I'm influencing it or because it's a magic. Why don't I don't care. Whatever. I'm not answering you, stupid fuck. We're going to dinner. You coming?
Yes, one moment. And she jots down a few more notes on her notepad and folds it and slides it into her bag. She's not leaving her notes here. But she will take all of her books and stack them and put them where they belong on her bookshelf. Where are we going?
Oh, we're going to a pretty fancy restaurant. You gotta yeah, spruce up a bit. I'm gonna go change.
Okay.
I've got a number of leftovers from other guests that you could probably find something.
Joe, let's make
Huh?
one thing clear.
Yeah,
I don't do leftovers.
that's
Okay?
that's respectable.
Thank you. Just give me one moment. And she goes to a coat closet in her office and she pulls out a coat hanger, and on it is a bag, and she unzips it, and there is a nice little black dress that is in there. Sometimes I don't get word before investors are coming to the museum, so
No,
I've had to change on the fly a few times.
I got a guy. He's my cleaner because in case I need clean clothes
Mm-hmm.
or to hide a body. I mean, I might as well. I've stopped telling you lies, so I might as well just give you the whole thing. This is kind of nice. This is kind of nice.
Mhm.
Sometimes I kill people, and I have a guy for that. That felt good to say. Oh, all right.
I am glad you're feeling safe. You can either watch or turn around, but I'm going to change now, okay? And we're just going to ignore the second half of your sentence. And she begins taking off her suit and changing into her little black dress.
Joe's watching, and he's like, Peter, I need a number 2. And let's go Navy. Oh, with the red tie. Here's the location. No, I don't need the other service. No, I won't be needing the. You know what? Just have something else stand by. All right, bye.
But yes, you do get your outfit delivered. Aoife changes, and you two are able to head off to meet the others. And we are at about an hour and a half in, so I think that is a good place for us to take a break.
Can I describe the building before we go to the break?
I would love for you to do that.
Okay.
Where are you taking everybody?
This building is called Mom and Pop's 24-hour Steak and Pancakes. It is a very run-down little diner. Paint is peeling off of the sides. There are never more than 3 people in this restaurant at any given point of time, and that is including the 2 staff members, Mom and Pop, who both own and run this establishment. They serve the best breakfast, and the reason it has not run down is because Lucius bought this building and keeps it around specifically for good breakfast food anytime he wants it.
The yelling when Joe sees this place can be heard from a county away.
And that is where we will go to break. We will be back in 5 to 10 minutes. Don't go no place unless it's to grab a food, grab a drink, grab a friend, or possibly go to indooradventure.redbubble.com. Pick yourself up something nice, and we'll see all of you guys shortly. All right, everybody. See you soon.
Bye.
We're back. Hello, everybody. We have returned from our break. Sarah, take us away.
Come sail away, come sail away, come sail away with. Oh, sorry. I thought we were doing karaoke. Not
No, they took that away from Twitch.
Fuck!
All right. So you all are reconvening. Of course, Lucius, you arrive at the. What was the name of the restaurant again?
It is Mom and Pop's 24-hour Steak and Pancakes.
You arrive at Mom and Pop's 24-hour steak and pancakes with Din and Eden first. And you all are able to go in and sit down. It's the kind of place where you don't wait to be seated. You just pick the table that you want and sit on down. And after a few minutes, not too far behind you, Joe, you pull up with Aoife. I'm assuming that you drove?
I have another guy for that.
Okay. You can take Aoife's Porsche if you want.
I mean, I think it comes down to a battle of flexing, like, oh, that's a nice Porsche. I can have somebody with a Maserati or, I don't know, a tank or a helicopter come, whichever is the most impressive.
I think just getting there on time would be enough.
Being on time makes people think that you care. Usually I'm at least 20 to 45 minutes late at all times.
Well, Joe, and she smooths her dress a little bit and folds her hands in front of her. I am technically re-meeting your friends for the first time, so I would prefer it if we weren't late, if that's okay.
I can take you fucking Porsche.
Thank you.
I
So where are we
suppose you'll
going?
be driving it then, or
If you want to drive, you can.
well, I mean, what year is it?
It's insert impressive year here. Sarah knows
Ah.
nothing about cars.
Oh, well, they were
Um,
still making them right. Okay, all right. Well, I guess I could give it a spin. I'm not excited about it if that's what you're thinking.
Right. You're not excited to drive them when they were still making them right. Right. Okay.
Mhm.
Here's the key.
All right. You should put on a safety belt or don't. I don't care. I'll survive. Here we go. He's driving like a speed demon.
All right. And Aoife seems completely comfortable with how fast you are driving to get yourselves there. And you arrive at the address, and as you park on the street and step out of the car,
I'm gonna fucking kill him.
you realize that you're at a 24-hour steak and pancakes
I'm
restaurant.
going to fucking kill him. Listen, no doubt the food's gonna be fantastic, but he knew what I was going for, and I'm fairly certain that this was done at least 60% on purpose.
Ah,
Yeah,
I
yeah, go
I
ahead.
I assume you mean Lucius, right?
Yeah.
Right. Well,
hmm
my mother's always said the best way to get back at someone like that is to not let them know that it flustered you. Shall we? And she offers her arm to you.
That explains a lot about you. He's gonna close the door and take their arm.
Mm-hmm. And you two can walk into the restaurant arm in arm. The rest of you see Joe and Aoife walking in arm in arm, dressed immaculately.
Everyone, Aoife, everyone. I'm fairly certain that you all at this point are aware that this one's been informed about a lot of things. So I've decided, being the gracious friend to you all that I am, that I'm gonna give you exactly 30 seconds to complain all at once, and then we're just gonna move past it, okay? So uh 1, 2, 3. This is your one shot. This is the only chance you get. So
Aoife, would you like to have a seat? I have pancakes.
Thank
it's
you.
a waste.
Yes, I love them. Do you have any blueberry syrup?
Yeah.
Thanks.
I would like to make note that Lucius sat them at one of those like circular tables that has the back booth. And so when Joe comes in, Lucius is sitting at this here rounded table, just like
That's just gonna be such a glare as if it's. I'm sorry to take us away from the game, but I've had this moment in real life where it is so painfully difficult to maintain rage while doing the butt scooch on a booth. You can't look intimidating while you go, excuse me, but he's gonna give it his goddamn best as he's scooching and waiting for Aoife to scooch a little bit more so he can scooch a little bit more, and is just maintaining just
The meanest mug. Well, the plastic makes the plastic seats make that
noise. Yeah, the look in his eyes can only be described as murder fuck. Like,
Ooh.
you gave Lucius 30 minutes or 30 seconds to say his grievances. He just has the hint of a smile on his face as he watches you struggle on these seats. He doesn't say anything.
You can go ahead and take your points for being petty.
I think I might get a point of darkness for just wanting to murder someone right now. No. I think we're all good. We're good. Lovely establishment you picked here. Lucius, I love it. The decor, the way that the molten pleather sticks to my satin suit. It's fantastic.
This is the first time that our dear friend Dan has ever been able to consume food. And if she is going to, or if they are going to consume food, then I want to make sure that it is the best food that can heal any damaged part of them inside.
This is
You
the
know,
first time you've ever eaten?
I just grew a stomach.
Oh, you didn't tell me that.
I fucking didn't know.
I mean,
They-
technically, this is the second time that I've ever eaten because I had Golden Corral before this.
Okay. What have you tried so far?
Mashed potatoes, a lot of mashed potatoes, shrimp, crab legs,
Oh,
some roast beef from a carvery, some rice that was fried by a chicken.
profile is disgusting. You mixed and matched all the wrong things.
There was also, I believe, what was called an apple streusel.
Oh, that's good. That's dessert. Do you have room for more?
Yes, I am ravenous.
Okay. And Eva's going to
And
flag
pancakes.
down a waiter, and she is going to order you cubed potatoes, deep fried, with bacon, scallions, and 2 eggs over medium on top, and a plate of crispy bacon. And she instructs you when it arrives. Go ahead and slice up the egg first, and that's the yolk that's coming out of it. Kind of swirl it around a bit, and then just try and get a spoonful of everything all at once.
Okay.
I'm more and less attracted to you all at the same time.
Don't know that I like the scallions, but I like the rest of it.
Add a little salt and pepper. Better?
Better.
Okay. Less scallions.
Grab some Tabasco.
Oh, go light on that.
I found out about the spicy earlier. It's
Okay.
not good on its own, but with other things, it's good.
Yes. Still, go light.
I'd like to flag down a waiter.
There's one waiter, and it's an old woman, but she's
Oh,
always
no.
like, all you have to do is look her way, and she will come with coffee refill.
Hey,
What you need, baby?
Yeah, I was wondering, do you happen to have any peppers, California Reaper, ghost peppers, anything like that? I love them. I love it spicy.
I got some jalapenos in a can.
Got the best you got.
She looks back at the kitchen, back to you. Yeah, baby, that's the best I got.
Let me see if I got a guy for this.
Okay. Anything else for you, Pumpkin? And she looks at you, Den.
Would I be able to get another plate of Jack's flaps, please?
All right, another plate. Anything else for anyone?
And Lucius will say, and like motion to Din, for my friend, chicken fried steak, side of hash browns, and then 2 slices of sourdough toast, egg over easy.
All right, you want your toast with or without butter?
Butter on the side. We can apply that later.
All right, hash browns, crispy?
Yes, please.
All right. Back in a jiff. She walks back to the kitchen.
Lucius is just getting biscuits and gravy. Like, he's totally fine with, like, the plainest of foods here. It's just carbs chopping carbs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But you are all left alone until you flag her down again.
Well, so now that we've all moved past mistakes that some individuals in the group may have made, I think we should all start moving towards thinking about our next our next outing.
I was about to say, it's actually very good that you informed Aoife of the situation at hand, because some information has crossed my path,
Mm-hmm.
and we may have to take her into division custody.
I'm sorry, what?
I'm sorry, what?
Do not be afraid.
Oh, you gotta get new material.
But there is a order of hunters that believe that you are someone that you bear a very striking resemblance to.
An order of like okay, an order of hunters like
Monster hunters.
oh okay, like get in the car, Sammy, or like Van Helsing hunters. Like what? I don't have any frame of reference for
Van Helsing, I do know that name, yes.
Oh,
And I think
okay.
Van Helsing was probably one of their inaugural members.
Oh.
That was a bit of a dick if you ask me about it.
He was all right.
Okay. So monster hunters want me.
Well, they want the first woman who looks just like you.
The first woman?
I mean,
yes.
Your name is fucking Aoife. I mean, it's not that much of a jump, you know. Never mind. You guys keep doing the talking. I'm just gonna drink this coffee.
Judas Iscariot, Garden of Eden, Library of Alexandria, Literal Angel. Do you mean the first woman as in like the Adam and Eve? Because
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so that story is real. And
Yes.
she says that looking at between both Din and Joe.
That was my brother that did the temptation thing.
Oh, Samuel, good guy.
Yeah.
I mean, not
Okay.
a good guy. He's awful. He's cold heart
I was
stare.
more talking about the Lightbringer, but you know.
Oh, Lucifer, Satan,
Yeah.
Samuel. Yeah.
Okay. Your brother's Lucifer. Okay.
Well, it's kind of. It's difficult. There's different angelic orders.
You know what? Families are very complicated. That's
Yeah,
fine.
they're fluid.
That was pretty simple.
Okay. Are my moms in danger? Should I call them?
Your moms are not in danger, to my knowledge. No.
Okay.
I mean, if I were hunting you, yeah, they'd probably be in danger. I'd use them to find out your latest location, what you love, and then I'd set a trap for you based on what I deciphered from your tortured mother. And then
Well, it is a good thing you're on our side, then, isn't it,
Oh,
Joe?
yeah, of course. This is what I was saying. That was the point that I was getting to. Thanks, Lucius.
Oh,
He just
okay.
shakes his head incredulously. like I have never seen a man fumble this hard.
Okay. Well, they're a bit of a ways away. Should I tell them to come here or to go somewhere? They're in Michigan.
They're in Michigan. Tell them to maybe go camping for a little bit.
Okay.
Lot fewer witnesses in the woods.
Maybe I'll tell them to go to Canada.
If you send them to Ohio, no one will be able to find them.
Ohio doesn't exist.
I would like to say, like, as an in-world fact, divination magic does not work in Ohio.
I just think magic doesn't work in Ohio.
I love that headcanon.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, they love the Mud Hens, so I could buy them tickets to a game and pay for a hotel for the weekend? Week?
Probably week.
Week.
sounds
Okay.
good.
There's not that much to do in Toledo. Maybe I'll send them to Cincinnati instead. Cincinnati's nice.
Yeah,
Nice zoo there.
Yeah. Oh,
I've
the
been worse
aquarium's great.
places.
Well, yeah, there are. There definitely are. Okay. Um, why do these people think that I'm the first woman?
It may have come to light at some point within our organization that we were recently made aware of the fact that cloning technology is not only real, but it is something that can be performed with high accuracy.
Oh.
I don't believe your mothers are going to be in any particular danger, because I hate to be the one to break this news to you. They are not your biological mothers.
Oh, I already knew that.
You have no planar biological mother. Technically, you have one biological father and a spiritual father, and then science did the rest of the work.
Oh. Okay. Okay. So what you're saying is that I'm a clone of the person that
Genetically, you are
okay.
a clone. I am not saying that your mindset or anything else about you is similar, but from a amino acid perspective.
Right.
A clone without any of the powers of the harbinger that is Eve.
Okay.
We only just found this out ourselves.
Okay. Okay. Eva's a harbinger, and that's a bad thing, right?
We're all harbingers, actually.
Oh.
Superhero, supervillain. They are the
Ah.
latter.
Oh. See, I get that. I get that. Like in the Marvel movies.
Oh,
See? It works.
I've seen Aquaman.
No.
I mean, is that the definition we're going with, everybody? I just want to make sure we're on the same page about this whole
Do you have a
superhero
better
thing.
metaphor to describe it to people who aren't us?
I think I might, but also I haven't been making a lot of good decisions today, so maybe we should stick with the, or I could give it a swing. I mean, it's.
Doesn't hurt to try.
What did you just say to me?
Doesn't hurt to try.
Oh, I thought you said scared to try. Because I'm not scared of anything.
Would you
Anyway,
prefer that I said that? Would that
no,
give you
absolutely
more of a
not.
boost to do it?
No,
Okay.
it's. Listen, I can explain it. It's very simple.
Okay.
Life, DoorDash, death, and we're the driver.
Oh yeah, I get that. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the end of things is coming, and I'll meet you at the front door in 5 minutes. You getting the metaphor here?
Yep, I got it.
All
Okay.
right, cool. Told you it was that difficult. Superheroes.
Okay. So you're all the DoorDash drivers, and
Mhm.
We have the
and-
potential to be, if that makes more sense.
Okay.
None of us have picked up our orders yet.
okay, but the first woman has.
The first woman has the potential to as well, but is closer to the restaurant. This metaphor is getting clunky.
Okay. All right. Okay. So what do I do? Do I?
You stick around him, and he will motion to Joe.
Oh.
Oh, I don't know about
You
that.
can summon the sword of the master swordsman himself. Your body turns to metal.
Your whole body turns to metal?
it's more of a punishment than like the sick sounding awesome shit that my buddy's setting up here, which
Well,
appreciation. But
hun-
I mean, yeah, I wear the 30 pieces of silver on my skin to, show my sin manifested, but it does come in handy sometimes. It gives me clawed hands, makes me stronger, slightly
oh,
more
hmm.
sociopathic too sometimes.
Well,
That's
I
not the
mean,
side effect of that.
it could be worse. I think. Okay. Okay. Stick near Joe. That's
Mhm.
easy enough. Tell my parents to go on vacation. Um, okay. I can do those things. And she takes a huge bite of pancakes and thinks for a moment. Do I always have to stay in custody of division, or is there like an end game to this? Are
Only
you all
until
planning?
we're able to get the hunters to go away.
Okay.
Or find the real Eve. Oh, that was a weird
Or
way to say
convince
it. The
them that
first
you're not
woman.
the real Eve.
Yeah.
I don't, yeah, I'm pretty sure Eve didn't go to a Montessori kindergarten. So
Also, it might not be relevant, but I might have dated one of the hunters.
Oh. How they did? What happened? Who broke whose heart?
Lucius just looks at Joe. Just
Okay,
Not
too
the
soon.
time. Not the time.
Ben, are
think
you
I'm
okay?
having. I'm all right.
Okay.
I think I'm having a new sensation. Um, the pain of the hunger has gone away, but there's a new pain in the same area.
Oh yeah, that'll have you call the X. Don't do it.
that
Don't you do
is
it.
called being full.
Oh,
That is
Oh,
your body's way of signifying cutoff point.
okay, so I shouldn't start keep eating past this.
There are those who would say that you stop eating once you hate yourself or when you feel full, but full is healthier option.
Okay, maybe one more bite of pancake.
You can also take it to go, probably. I assume they have takeout boxes.
Oh, I'll need to keep doing this.
Indefinitely, yes. It is a burden, certainly, said the hungry playbook.
True.
Well, the good news, since this eating is new for you, think of it as an educational experience, and you have a lot to learn.
Okay.
Quick
Ma'am?
question. Is the golden retriever a harbinger?
No, this is Larry.
Oh, okay. Hi, Larry.
He's a very good companion. I'm
Okay.
taking care of him for some friends.
Gotcha. Okay.
For friends?
You're looking after Larry.
Yes.
Got you. Okay. All right. Well, I think that's as many questions as I can fathom and as many answers as I can handle for now. So I'm just going to eat this plate of pancakes. Feel free to talk amongst yourselves.
all right.
Okay. And Aoife starts shoveling pancake into her mouth.
Eat the feelings. It's fine.
Yeah.
So yeah, like I said on the phone with some of you guys, thought thought this she was a trap.
Uh,
Obviously, not
You
so.
thought the same thing that the current people that are hunting her feel.
Yeah, about that. Who exactly is hunting? If I hear.
The Order of the Unbroken Circle.
Wouldn't you know them?
Let's leave it up to chance. Y'all roll
Okay.
me 1d4. Lucius is 1. Din is 2, Eden is 3, Joe is 4.
Haha, I wrote a 1.
Well, then this question is going to go to Lucius, and we're going to say that this is new info for you, Joe. Lucius. Oops, wrong one. That's the wrong page. You worked with the Unbroken Circle to hunt down a truly dangerous monster. Why are you not quick to trust most hunters now?
Specifically for this, I feel like I would have worked with them in my earlier stages of being the Hungry Playbook. And what they essentially had me along the ride for was that going up against the bigger, more dangerous Harbinger, they weakened it to a point where I could consume it. And then they immediately tried turning on me, knowing that my abilities were not yet strong enough to guarantee myself being able to defend myself after having done it. Because, like, okay, we put it in a shitty little box and then we stomp the shitty little box and then problem solved. So I think that Lucius doesn't trust them because they don't hold themselves to a level of integrity that Division does. If Division says they're going to do something in a specific way, that is how they are going to handle it. Whereas the loosey-goosey, laissez-faire mentality of being a hunter almost cost him his life. So
Okay.
I think that is why he is slow to trust hunters.
Okay, to go along with your answer, I will give you this tidbit of information about them.
Hey.
Each hunter bears sacred tattoos carried across generations. Each hunter adds their own exploits and triumphs to the tattoos in a secret language.
Okay. Secret.
You and Din, based off of what you know, feel free to build on it and inform Joe of who exactly they are.
Sorry, I was writing down a note. What was that last bit that you said?
Oh, I said you and Din, with what you know, feel free to build on it and inform Joe on exactly who this group is.
Yes, would anyone like to explain why there's apparently a group of hotties coming after Eva? Like, why can't I just go to where they are and make it so that they're not anywhere anymore? Like, can somebody explain that?
I think that if anything, they might determine that you are one of the things that they are hunting. However, they have a background that is more in line with handling figures of renown such as yourself. They carry tattoos in a secret yet sacred language about their bodies. It gives them the abilities of the ruler.
These monster hunters have been doing this for generation upon generation. It's an unbroken line, a proud lineage. Parents teaching children the skills of monster hunting.
So it'll be a workout then. Still don't see the reason why solving this problem isn't the solution that we're looking at here.
There might be a
First,
way to do this without violence. Anyways, Eden, you were saying.
Just from how they looked at those of us that they've seen at this point, they're trying to think of the smartest way to, I think, work to everybody's weaknesses. And I think to just run in would just be playing into whatever they are planning next. They're crafty. I think whatever we have to do next needs to be smart and maybe something they wouldn't expect.
I told them the truth. I told them that the first woman isn't in the city, to my knowledge.
Did they believe you?
I don't know.
I've got a thought that I just kind of want to be open with friends for a second.
Friends now.
Shut up! I just gotta say, ladies didn't have a bad start. You know what I'm saying? Just, I mean, you know, just if that's the first one, not bad, right? I thought it was a compliment. Okay, fine, forget
mean,
it. Never mind.
I appreciate that the relationship didn't end well. There was a target that I didn't approve of.
Oh,
which
you
finished
thought I
the
was
job
talking about?
anyways.
Oh, you thought I was talking about the hunter hotties? No, I was
Oh,
talking about Aoife. I almost called her
Oh.
Alpha. Amy,
And through a mouthful of pancake, Aoife says, "Thank you. I'll take that as a compliment."
God damn it! I keep forgetting you're right next to me.
Don't worry, I think the compliments will get better with practice.
I'm not. No, these aren't compliments. I mean, even though I said it was a compliment, shut up, Eden.
oh, okay. Now I understand what you were saying. Sorry, I'm being distracted by new sensations in my I
Wait
think I
till
need
your
to go-
first fart. Yeah, it'll
I-
change your life.
I'll be back. Din's gonna go to the washroom.
Oh,
Somebody gonna help
are
them?
they okay to go by them?
It's like,
You know what?
I'm gonna go after Din. Yeah. This is like, oh no, there's I need
You
help
know
here.
what? I'll be back too. Joe, could you let me out?
Yeah, fine.
Okay.
I hate this part so goddamn.
Squeak, squeak, squeak.
Jack, is that Lucius?
Slight smirk over the rim of a coffee cup.
And Eden, Aoife's gonna go with you to the restroom to make sure that Din goes through everything okay. Leaving Lucius and Joe alone to talk.
This one is fucking up my entire vibe. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with me, Lucius.
This has been one of the most enjoyable experiences I have ever had at dinner with you.
I don't know what's going on. All of it, she's around, I just get stupid.
It's exemplified for sure.
It was much better when I thought she was trying to kill me. Now that I know she's just a fucking dork. What the hell?
Is this like in a Hollywood movie where they take off their glasses and suddenly they're hot, but in this situation she put the glasses on and you're losing your shit?
Oh my god, you're right. I think this might be one of those situations. I'm totally getting Freddie Prinze Jr. right now. I am not Freddie Prinze Jr.
You're right. You could play Fred in the Scooby-Doo movie, but Freddie Prinze Jr. would never kill Jesus.
You don't know. You weren't there. 30 pieces of silver go a long fucking way. There are people out there right now that'll kill their best friends for a PlayStation 5. At least what I did was useful. And it was preordained. It was meant to happen or some shit. I mean, if he's the son of God, you would think he would have a better plan. I just was a crucial piece of it that I don't get nearly the credit that everybody wears crosses. That wouldn't have happened without me. But no, nobody wants to say fucking thank you for that. If I were smart, I would have foregone the 30 silver and asked for a copyright on crosses. I'd be rolling in it. We got to do something about Aoife. I just, between me and you, and I'm going to roll for exposing the heart. And depending on, I'm going to choose what he says depending on what the roll looks like. So let's just do this. Okay. Press the moves, man. There it is. Reveal your heart. I want to put 2 darkness tokens down.
Okay.
And we're going to spin and roll.
You got this. I believe in you.
Hey.
Perfect hit. All right. Lucius, between me and you, and I swear to every god that exists in some of the ones that we've snuffed out ourselves, if you ever breathe a word of this to anyone, I will burn every library in existence. I'll do it. I'm petty and I'm immortal. I swear to you. But I like this one. Like, I think I really like this one. Like, they've got the whole caring about shit thing that people that I like have. And it's in abundance. I hate this. Because it never ends well, you know? Like, I see a guy who's hyper focused on teaching people not to be dickheads to his detriment. You know the story. And, you know, and then that ends badly. And then I find another guy who's all like, let's peace and love each other and make a kingdom for the people. And then, you know, that ends badly. And now I find this one that's all like, let's preserve history and understand things. And well, don't just fucking sit there and say something. Tell me I'm dumb or something.
Do you think the reason you are pushing this one away is because you feel like you are not worthy of the love that she is ready to give?
Oh, see, I was hoping you would say anything but those combination of words in particular. You have it's a magic. See, I think I talk to you because I need to remember the hate, and you remind me, like
No,
Nickelback.
it's
This
fine.
is how you remind me. Oh, there's
Of
that
what
hate.
I really am?
Yes. Not like you to say sorry, though.
That being said, if you like this one, I think that the best way to go about expressing your, I know you don't like using this word, but your fascination with her.
Ugh, it's
Listen.
creepy when you say that.
Listen to what she is saying. If she is talking about history and shit, maybe answer some questions truthfully and without yelling at her. That's probably a good start. Though
Don't yell at her
from
that
based off
much.
of your interactions here at this table, I think she just sort of assumes that you have a volume control issue as well as like a filter issue going on, because whenever she looks at you, it is like they named the activity of marathon after your tongue.
Yeah, shut up.
No,
It's
you
just like-
can't. It's very funny. And I'm glad that you are deciding to not lie to this one, because I think that you couldn't even if you wanted to.
First off, there's nothing I can't do. I can do whatever I want.
Sure.
I'm the final Harvey. First off, you know, like
Mhm.
I
Yes.
open the door that cuts out all the lights. You know,
Of
that's pretty
course, yes.
impressive.
No, we've heard.
And secondly, like when she's around, like I don't give a fuck what she thinks, but I care what she thinks.
About
I
you.
don't care what she thinks while I care what she thinks. Do you see why I hate this one?
I do. And I do not envy you.
I'll give you $1,000, killer.
Like right now.
I mean,
Eden and
there's
Din are in there with her. I couldn't just snuff out the lights like some people can with their harbinger powers.
5,000 for Eden and did along with him. You could do it.
It's like what, 3 months worth of rent for some people?
Really? That's man, inflation has gone bad. I'm glad I'm rich.
Joe, as your friend, if you like this one, she seems like she is on board for you fucking it up along the way.
I don't care about the fucking up part.
I
It's
mean, what do you
just
care
that
about, my friend?
because this ends in death regardless. And I don't want to waste my time with buddying it up with another one of these fucking mortals only to just watch him eat it.
This entire time that I have known you, you have consistently reminded people that you are the last harbinger, that you are going to be the one who's finally going to open the door. Is that what you're living for?
Badass thing to live for.
There are other things in life. As a friend who is not immortal, I would like to remind you that some of us have to make our lives mean something, because we do not have the time to just sit and wait for meaning to happen to us.
It's just easier to think about opening that door and snuffing out all the lights when you don't have a face to envision watching the lights go dark, you know?
So why don't you make sure that there's always a place with the lights on for her? You don't have to be the one who opens the door. And if you are the one who decides to open the door, do it after she's gone. Because if you have to look her in the face after you begin the end of the world, as somebody who is in the field, a practitioner of history, you will get to watch the look in her eye as she realizes that everything she has learned, everything that she has loved, everything that she has ever done is fated to dust.
That's just it, Lucius. If it were the fact that she was gonna live an average lifespan and grow old and fade away, then that would be one thing. But the fact that I am interested is the death sentence. And that completely changes the context of which I open the door. Right now, if I open the door, I'd imagine it being a leisurely stroll to whatever final spot will be the marker of the end of things. But I can't go through what I went through losing Joshua again. I can't go through what I went through losing Arthur again. Because I won't just be opening the door because it's my responsibility. I will be opening the door because I hate the light. And I can still tolerate it now, so.
Well, I suppose if there is no changing your mind, then I will say this. And he takes a long sip of his coffee. I don't think that you could get into a meaningful relationship if you tried.
Ah, you motherfucker, my inclination to do it despite you. Oh, that's the second most annoying thing you've done today.
No,
Mother
it's
Booth
fine.
is
It's
number
I mean, it's
one.
not. How can it be annoying? You're not going to get into a meaningful relationship anyway. You're not going to care about another person, especially if you tried. I mean, that would just be ridiculous if that ever came to happen. But what do I know?
That's why I drink around you. It's hard to be confused and torn asunder by your mind games when I'm pissed.
What mind games? I'm simply sitting here at this round table eating dinner with friends.
Never make friends with the library. They know too many words.
And on that note, Din, Eden, we focus in on you all. Din, I believe you have to use the restroom for the first time. You have your support system waiting for you outside the stall.
Hey, you're not going anywhere?
No, we'll stay here. Just
Okay.
the important thing is to relax, right? They need to relax. Looking at you, Eden.
That would be really helpful. Yeah.
Why does it feel like I'm dying?
Well, you did eat a lot, and
Yeah.
all your organs are probably brand new, so they're getting used to everything.
Think of it as they're waking up for the first time,
Yeah.
right? That's a good analogy.
Yeah. So just take it slow.
Is this
Mhm.
going to be forever?
Technically,
Yeah.
yes, but it's gonna get easier. It's gonna get a lot easier.
Uh-huh. Could be worse. Could be a period.
Oh, we haven't talked about that.
What is that?
Later? Don't worry about it. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. We're
Okay.
gonna need to narrow down what organs you're getting, by the way.
Yeah,
Really
we did a
true.
scan.
Might not-
We did a scan. I've got a liver. I don't know what that's for.
Oh, that filters things out of your bloodstream, so that means that you probably have a full circulatory system.
So I do know I have a heart.
Okay.
That's part of it. Yeah. Yeah.
So yes, so that would connect to, your blood vessels, like veins, arteries,
Uh-huh.
that sort of thing.
So that. Wait 1 sec. Okay, I need to breathe.
Yes, continue breathing. You do need to breathe throughout the whole process. That is important.
Okay.
Question. Do angels normally go through this?
No, just me. I mean,
Okay.
I don't really have any other of my kind that I can ask.
Gotcha. Okay.
They're
Well,
all gone.
all
I
right.
mean,
Um,
mostly.
do you mind if I take a few notes on what you're experiencing about the process?
I
It
I-
might help in the future.
I mean, sure.
Okay. 1 second. And Eden, you see Aoife pull out a moleskin notebook. And as she flips through pages, there are notes on Excalibur, uh, that you glance on the page. And Aoife will ask you mostly to distract you right now, a few questions about what you've experienced thus far, since growing your heart. But we'll say that with the distraction, you're able to get through your first experience using the restroom smoothly without falling in.
Okay, I'll sort of stand.
You ready to come out?
Yeah, I covered everything.
Okay.
I'll flush and exit.
So,
And now I have to wash my hands. I do know that part.
yes. Oh, have you ever gotten sick?
I don't get sick.
If you have an
Maybe
immune system,
not.
maybe? Oh, maybe not.
I don't know.
I don't know.
But yes, wash your hands, please.
Yeah,
For the rest of us.
of course. Wash hands. I mean, I do that anyways. Just
Mhm.
sanitation, you know.
And then these air dryers kind of suck. So here, let me help. Like, Eden will actually summon more like wind to be able to dry their hands more effectively.
They're
I'll say
still not quite.
you don't have to roll for that. That's just such a minor thing for Eden to be able to do.
Yeah.
We won't make you unleash the dark for that.
It just makes a portable Dyson.
Portable Dyson Airblade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love those hand dryers. But you are all able to exit when you're ready, and you return to Joe apparently drinking in the middle of this mom and pop breakfast stop.
Just
Okay.
gonna My way out. All right, everybody, get the fuck in.
Everyone can scooch on in.
Scooch.
Squeak, squeak, squeak. Okay, so now that that's taken care of, where to next?
Division HQ.
Oh, okay,
Safest place for you, I'd say.
right.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Should probably prepare you for a few things. So,
We should also contact one of the agents, Yates.
I
Yeah,
hate that there are two of them.
I can get on that. I also did tell them that another monster hunting organization is in town. I don't think they have an HQ or something like that here, so it's a little
don't.
weird.
They're kind of mobile. They don't really.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, at least I know about that.
I should warn you in advance. The person at our front desk, really is a sweetheart.
Uh-huh.
Her name's Ness.
Okay. Is this the next girlfriend, or what are you preparing me for?
No, not really my type.
Okay.
Just where we get it. She's sweet. Don't stare. Loch Ness monster. Okay, let's go, y'all.
I'm sorry. The what?
300-foot plesiosaur from the Mesozoic era.
You just call her Nessie.
Okay. Do you think she'd be offended if I asked her if our Natural History Museum got the skeleton right?
Probably. People don't like to be asked questions about their bones.
Right. Got it. Okay. Okay. Let's go.
All
I
right.
want to be asked questions about my bones.
Oh no, Din has bones now.
I have bones.
Bones.
Ask me about them.
Ask me about my bones.
I want that on a
That's some
t-shirt.
new
Ask me
channel
about
merch.
my bones.
Yeah, I need it.
Ask-
I've gone all day and no one's asking me about my bones, and I'm starting to take it personal.
God.
Yes,
right.
sir.
You
I'll ask
all
about your bones.
you all head outside, and as you do, Lucius, you parked within view of the front door of this place. And as you all exit as a group, you notice that there is a small package wrapped in brown paper, pinned to the hood of Lucius's car with a windshield wiper.
I think Lucius will just like hold his hand up to like signal like nobody else come the fuck closer. And he'll approach and
Okay.
open this package.
Okay. It's small. It fits in the palm of your hand. And as you unwrap the crisp paper, there is no address or name on it. But when you open it, it is one of the briefing tapes that normally Agent Yates would play for you in a briefing.
I know it's going to be on there. I know it's going to be on here.
Do you?
Yeah, I'm going to get it in my car. I'm going to put it in.
Okay. Do you call the others over to listen?
Nope, not yet.
Okay. Then this is what you hear, Lucius. Let me know if you can't hear it.
I can hear it.
Location: Division HQ, basement, date, redacted, contact, Marcus Finch, assistant archivist, Omen class monsters, a rogue interdimensional spatial entity has attached itself to Division HQ, designated the parasitic library. The entity has begun siphoning off valuable intel from the archives, leaving voids in Division's key records related to already contained doors of the apocalypse. Harbinger class monsters' involvement is suspected behind the security breach. Should whoever brought the library to Division recover the siphoned information from within the library, they will be armed with the knowledge needed to unlock those doors. what led the library here, and dislodge it from Division before these apocalypses have a chance to be unleashed, and the Harbinger claims as such.
Lucius turns off the radio, ejects the tape, exits the car. I don't know if we should bring Larry with us, but we really do need to get back to base.
Going on.
Message from the higher ups, and he just like holds up the tape in his hand. Something called a parasitic library has made its way into Division. And I, for one, am curious to know if it's lending. Lending library joke.
I mean, you're a buzzkill, but I wouldn't call you a parasite.
I'm sorry. Is this not a normal thing? You want to take me to see a parasite?
Oh, no, we were just gonna take you to our headquarters, but it looks like we just got our mission from the sounds of it. That about right?
This happens frequently, Ava, so you are aware of what you are potentially getting into.
Okay. And you normally get your jobs from the hood of your car?
No. We get them through these. And he holds up the tape deck. Or the cassette.
Okay, retro, but fun.
It's quirky.
That's one word for it. Okay, so now what?
Lucius gets into his car and turns it on.
Yeah, well, I guess I'm taking the Porsche out for another spin.
Okay, am I still going with you, or?
Yeah, why not? They could only hang you once, right? And even then, they wouldn't kill me. So let's go.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
One moment.
Yeah.
We're gonna go do something dangerous, right?
Very. I mean, not really. I mean, I won't let anything happen to. I mean, because I'm gonna kill everything that's a problem beforehand. So it's not for any. It's not like I'm protecting you. You just happen to be protected because I'm deadly.
Right. Can you pop the trunk for me, please?
Oh no, why that's doing it for me? He goes to popping trunk.
You pop the trunk, and Aoife goes around and rummages in the back for a minute. You hear the long unzipping of a duffel bag. And the trunk lid closes, and she gets in the passenger seat next to you, holding a rather wicked-looking rapier. Regional championship. 2 years running.
Yeah, that's pretty hot. All right, yeah, give him a car.
All right. Is there any conversation that you all have on the way back to Division?
I don't think Lucius is saying much.
I
I think if
hilarious.
anything, it's one of those, like, if Eden, Din, and Larry went in his car, and then Joe and Aoife, just as they're driving, she seems nice.
I'm just giving Larry anxious scratches behind the ears.
Oh,
I think Joe might have a quick convo with Eva.
Okay.
Yeah. So they seem to like you, so that's good. You
Oh,
did good there.
okay. I think you did good too.
Yeah. Well, okay. Until we get this whole hunter thing situated, we should probably stick together. So try not to be a pain in my ass, okay?
Okay. Is this normally how you talk to people?
It's worked out for me these last couple of centuries. Yeah, my time's important, and watching you is part of the gig. So
Right.
don't make
Right.
me work overtime.
This is just a job. I mean, that's fine if it is.
That's what I said. I didn't say anything different. I don't know why we're having this fight. We're fine.
Oh, were we fighting?
No, you were fighting. I'm fine. I'm great. I'm just getting myself psyched up to do a whole lot of killing. Right.
You're really not good at interpersonal communication, are you?
I have years of experience with communicating with people and demons and angels and all sorts of things that you can't even fathom. So,
and how much of that did not involve killing them?
Ooh, that is a good question.
And she's giving you a very pointed look.
I don't stick around people long enough to do the talking. It's either, or I don't. You are a whisper. You are very mortal. I don't have to explain anything to you. I walked the earth before you were a thought.
And you were also the one to walk into my office, mind you.
Yeah, because I thought you were a problem.
And then you invited me to meet your friends, which went very well. Your words, not mine. But I do think it went well.
I mean, yes, it went well. They like you. They like me more. They would have a problem digging 6 feet. That's all I'm saying. So.
Okay. I don't need them to like me more. They can like you more. Just so long as I can like you more than them. Deal?
Like, as soon as that happens, breaks. Breaks goes to the side room. All right. Fine.
Okay.
Just give me a second.
Okay.
Do
you need a minute alone? I can step out of my own car.
No, I've got this. He pulls out a flask and a cup. Pours the drink from the cup, from the flask into the cup. All right, here's the deal.
Mm-hmm.
I don't hate your guts, which is great for you because I'm awesome to know, and everybody who has met me has been charmed by my presence. But I like I it's more than I just don't hate you. It's like you're tolerable, right? And most people that I find tolerable die painful deaths, right? That's just it's part and partial with everything that comes with it, right? So I'm just letting you know what the ride looks like if you keep doing the stuff you're doing, which is like cool. We could, and I could it did say those, but then you straight up die, like, and it's never quick, and I mean, people seem to remember those folks for a while, so you might have that going for you. But like, whew, you are fucked if you keep doing this. All right, so there it is. That's the pitch. You make a move at this point. Balls in your court. But I'm letting you know, you shoot that shot, you are dead. Like, and I'm gonna be the one to do it. I want you to know that. Like, I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna go like, oh, paper or plastic. I pick plastic, and then
Eva kisses you to shut you up, Joe.
like kisses her back.
Joe, if
Well,
you're
you're
gonna be
fucking,
the one,
you're doomed.
if you're gonna be the one to do it, at least make it memorable. All right?
Oh, okay, but they might start a religion on me. Maybe just keeps trying.
Well, then I guess you'll just have to worship me and get prepared to teach others how to do it. All
God
right,
damn it,
should we
that's
go?
hot. He's driving even faster now.
And you all convene. Joe and Eva, about 5 minutes after the rest of you arrive at Division. But you all pull up out front and step in the doors. And on first glance, as you walk in the door, everything appears to be normal. Until you notice the creeping smell of decay wafting from down the hall. And I think that is where we leave it until next week.
Wow.
Yay! What a fantastic game, Sarah. Thank you so much for
Awesome!
running this. This was incredible. God, I've missed this table. Sarah, where can we find you? What do you do?
Hey everyone, I'm Sarah Roberts. You can find me everywhere as the Hype Goblin. You can find me here Sunday nights running this game for these wonderful players. Thank you so much for putting up with my bullshit for another week. And you can find me on Thursday nights running a 5e homebrew campaign that features a ton of third-party published content from across... Sorry, I hit my microphone. I apologize to all of the audiocast listeners. You can find me running a 5e campaign that uses third-party published content from all over the internet, including items from Griffin's Saddlebag, one-shot adventures that are worked into our campaign from DM's Guild, and some indie items as well that I find and I just really enjoy. It's all about highlighting the best part of the D&D community, which is the third-party writers and creatives from all over the internet who create for it. And I don't think I can talk about any of my other projects yet. So that's going to be it for me.
And Noir, where can we find you? What do you do?
Hey, hello everybody. You can find I'm Noir. You can find me all over the internet as the Noir Enigma. That's Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Hive, Mastodon, OnlyFans, wherever. You just if you're there, put in the Noir Enigma. If I pop up, awesome. We should hang out. If not, sorry. Every Monday you can find me over at Alt Haven for our Aliens game Beacon. We're on season 3. I have a character with 2 hit points. Make it make sense. Uh, ooh, my Friday cowboy game is over. That ended last week, but if you watched it, thank you. It was over on Telltale Games. Every Friday you can find me over on Gen Con TV for Table Takes, where we report the news. On Saturday you can find me over on my partner's channel, Critical Misses, for Morning Ritual. Our guest this week is
A fluffy Goomba.
a Fluffy Goomba. Oh, I can't wait. I love Christian. In fact, that's something I can't announce. Fluffy Goomba is doing a all black Star Wars May 4th and May 5th day. And I can officially announce that we are going to bring back the cast of Harlem Hellfighters Never Die and the Haunted West game that we just did for some Star Wars goodness. So be on the lookout for details on that. Other than that, though, that is me.
Yes, and that's me. Hi, I'm Anita. You can find me everywhere at Panita or at Critical Misses. I'm the channel runner of Critical Misses, so you can find me over there most times. On Fridays, but not this Friday, next Friday, we'll be finishing off our Warren Guard campaign, and that's been a blast. We're Dragon Riders. It's fun, y'all. On Mondays, we have Zero Games, which is a Forged in the Dark system, and that is GM'd by the lovely Arcane Goth. Love Max a whole bunch. And that is ending on Monday as well. We're going to be just doing channel submissions fairly shortly, too. So if you want to run a game, hit me up. Other than that, do Morning Ritual on Saturdays, this game on Sundays, and my Star Trek Adventure game on Tuesdays is now ended. So you can check out the VODs for that. I'm on Start Playing as Critical Misses, and I'm on Magpie and their CPP if you want me to run a game for you. That's it. That's all. That's me.
All right, that brings it over to me. Hey, everybody, it's me, SirHeckaLot. You know, I'm here. I'm on your screen, and I was back with Eden today. It was a great time. You can find me all over the internet at SirHeckaLot, including Twitch, Itch, I guess Twitter as long as supplies last, Instagram, Blue Sky. I'm all over the place. Just find me. It's the best place to figure out where I'm going to be in the TTRPG space next. So I tend to go a lot of places and wear a lot of hats and do a whole lot of things. The big things that I want to shout out for this week, I have back-to-back like boss fight sessions for this week for whatever reason. On Monday over on Neon Lights, we are back with Oathsworn, so we're going to be going through like this entire like combat scenario to get like up to this fortress to find some very like plot important items. On Tuesday, find me on ESP TTRPG with Into the Old Mercury, where we're going to be fighting the big bad wolf. Like it's like straight up like that's it. And it's going to be terrifying because we're only level 4 and we're babies. It's fine. It'll be fine. And then lastly, on Thursday, as part of Neon Lights Roleplay's Mecha March that we're doing, all mecha games like Lancer and whatnot, I will be GMing a game of Violet Core, which is very much just all femmes and mechs being hot and very sapphic and driving big robots. It's a great time. I'm so excited. That's it for the stuff for this week. But if you go anywhere after stream tonight, go to ceasefiretoday.com to see how you can help the folks in Palestine, because they still need our help. It's been a long time, but we still need to keep pushing for action to be made. But yeah, that's me.
And if you've made it this far, you probably already know who I am. But if you don't, hey, Acorns, what's up? It's me, your buddy, your pal, your friend, the Indoor Adventurer, the showrunner here at twitch.tv/Indoor Adventures. We do shows like this on Sunday at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time and Monday at 5:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And, hey, I have it on good authority that on April 6th and 7th, there is a charity stream going on. Not on twitch.tv/Indoor Adventures. It's actually going to be over at twitch.tv/SaucefireTV. It is that time of year again, folks. We are going back to Mercy Road. And when I say we, I mean our dear friend Sarah the Hype Goblin is going to be returning to Mercy Road for the 5th installment of a wonderful charity event. So if you would like to support a good cause or possibly enjoy a fantastic show, you can again go check out Saucefire TV for Mercy Road. It's going to be incredible. But for now, we are going to be going into our Patreon supported after show called Nights in the Courtyard, where we answer questions not only from the community, but also from each other. So if you have any questions for myself or any of these other fine folk, feel free to join us again at patreon.com/Indoor Adventures. It's going to be a great time. But for that, we are going to be heading out. So I'd like to say once again, thank you, Sarah, for running this game. Thank you to everybody else for putting up with our bullshit once again this week. And we'll see all of you guys next time. All right, everybody. Bye-bye.